Good evening, young leaders and Toastmasters, my fellow Toastmasters. How are you doing today, children? Can you give me a thumbs up to say you are doing well?
Great, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Great.
Great to see you all here. Wonderful young leaders. I have been listening to your table topics. Wonderful. And it's great to see so many of you trying to be here to improve your communication and leadership skills, right? That's what you are here for? Yes, great. So today what we are going to do is voice and vocabulary. Who knows what is the importance of voice? Can anyone tell me what is the importance of voice? Are we here to sing? Are we singing here? No. Then what is the importance of voice?
It catches the interest of the audience and gives them a more detailed idea of imagination.
Wonderful, wonderful answers. Yes. So in communication, we need to be considerate, or we need to be aware of how our voice is reaching others. Is it the way we want it to reach? Or is it not the way that we want it to reach? Suppose I want my voice to reach you all as a confident speaker, but I talk like, you know, children, I am here today to give you a short lecture about voice and vocabulary. Do I sound like a confident speaker? No. That's the importance of voice, right? So I'll share my screen now to show you a short presentation. And who is the timer here? Will someone be showing me the cards? Toastmaster Mazhar?
Yeah, I think Huda is there. No, Huda is the timer.
Okay, so
I
Huda,
request all the participants, please open your cameras, please.
yes,
Please
it will
open
be
your
great.
cameras.
It
Yeah,
will be
because
great to see you all, and it will be more interactive. It will be more fun when we can see each other.
all the participants, please open your cameras. All
Can
the
I see
participants,
you
please.
all? I'm here for the first time. I want to see you all. Nice, great. I can see cameras coming on. So Huda, timer, please show me green at 13 minutes from now, yellow at 14 minutes, and red at 15 minutes. Okay, will you do that? Great, I can see your thumbs up. Wonderful. So can I share my screen? Yes, I can. Okay. So here we go. Can you see my screen? Yes?
Yes, it's clear.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So now, as somebody said, one of your young leaders said, for communication, voice is very important. Yes, I also believe in that. So what I am going to say is, what is important? What is communication? Communication is what you say and also how you say it. So that's the two things that we are going to do today. How you say it is your voice. What you say is your vocabulary. Okay, so these are the two things that are very important in communication. Otherwise, your message can get lost. It can become distorted. You want to say something, but the other person understands something else. Okay, so these two things, what you say and how you say it, are very important. Have you got the competent communicator manuals? You have the CC manuals? Can someone give me a thumbs up to say that they know what is a CC manual?
No, I don't know, CC.
Okay. So in Toastmasters, we have one communication manual and one leadership manual. So in the communication manual, the project 4 is about how to say it. You will get it. Once you join Toastmasters, you will get these both manuals. So the project 4, there is how to say it. And what it says is select the right words, because the words are very powerful. And sentence structure is very important to communicate your ideas clearly. And you should eliminate the words that are not useful, that is jargon. Use correct grammar. So all these things are very important in your language. Words are powerful. So you need to know good vocabulary. Otherwise, you keep saying in simple language, you will convey what you are saying, but it will not sound pleasant to the ears if your vocabulary is not very good. Okay. And the project 6 in the communication manual is about vocal variety. How you say it. What you say is project 4, and how you say it is project 6. Because voice has a lot of impact on the others. Like I told you, if I am not talking confidently, you will not form a good impression about me. You will not focus on my message. You might focus only on what I am, how I am saying, and you may make fun of me, right? So to make my message reach you all, it's very important how I say it and what I say. So what happens? Good speaking voice, how it comes. Everybody is not born with a melodious sound, melodious voice, melodious voice. So what happens if I don't have a melodious voice? Am I not a good speaker? No, I can still be a good speaker, because I can practice having that. There are 4 major things in voice. How you can have a good speaking voice. It's volume. How loud are you? Do I have to be that loud to make myself heard? No. I can say it softly and yet make myself heard to you. But it needs to go up and down. When I want to focus on something, I might go a little louder. When I want to downplay something or emotions, when I want to express emotions, I might go a little low. So volume is loudness, pitch is highness or lowness. Okay. Then rate, how fast you speak per minute. Now, if I say a good speaking voice is where you can speak very fast and whether you are understood or not understood, does it sound good? I want you to unmute yourselves in between and answer.
That's not good.
That's not so good because I'm going too fast, right? So it should not be too fast. It should not be too slow. And if I'm saying like, what happens is that nice? No, that's also not nice. So my pitch is also not good. My rate is also not good. And my quality of voice is also not good when I talk like that. So I need to be conscious about my volume. I should not be too loud. I should not be too high. I should not be speaking too fast or too slow. And my quality of my voice should be good. Not like, did you understand anything?
No, not at all.
Because the quality of my voice was not good.
You're just speaking inside yourself.
Yes. So the quality of my tone was not good. So all these 4 things are very important to have a good speaking voice. So what is a good speaking voice? It is pleasant and friendly. It is not aggressive. Hey, children, are you going to listen to me or not? Is that friendly? No, not at all. So a good speaking voice is friendly. It should be natural and strong. It should not be weak, but it should not be loud. It should be clear, but not monotonous, like good speaking voice should be pleasant and friendly, natural and strong, but not loud, clear, but not monotonous, and emotion. This is a monotone, right? So it doesn't sound good. So it has to have ups and downs. The pitch should go up and down whenever required. And it should not be mumbling. It should be easily heard. So these are the few important things about a good speaking voice. Now, why does voice matter? And how you can get a good voice? See, a person who speaks from the diaphragm, how many of you know what is a diaphragm?
I don't know what's the diaphragm.
So your voice comes either from the throat, where you have your voice box. Okay, your voice box is here. And below the voice box is the diaphragm, which is inside. From inside you, the voice comes. So a person who is using diaphragm voice, people listen to that person more, because that voice is deep. It is deep. Otherwise, when you're talking only from your throat, it will be like this. A person who uses the diaphragm voice commands attention. So this is, I'm talking from the voice box only. So that doesn't sound pleasant. So you need to talk from the diaphragm voice. Okay. And it is the best sounding voice for both women and men. Don't think it's only for women that it sounds better. It's for both women and men that the diaphragm voice is good. Now, how do you speak from inside, from the diaphragm voice? How do you speak that? You need to practice deep breathing. Okay. How do you breathe deeply? So that is deep breathing. When you breathe deeply, your voice box and the diaphragm become clear, and you learn to speak from the diaphragm, not only from the throat. Okay. So this leads to a good speaking voice. So as we said, volume should be slow. You can be able, slow and loud. Slow but loud is authoritative. When you speak fast and loud, that is like animation. You know what is animation, no? How many of you watch cartoons?
Me.
Me.
Can anyone speak like your favorite cartoon character?
I like Paw Patrol.
Sorry?
I like Paw Patrol.
Okay, can you speak like him?
Hi, I'm Ryder, and I rescue people. Just
Okay.
like that.
Animation voice is like, it's not natural. It is like, hey, little, can you come here? Right? It is like this. Right? Isn't animation sound like that?
Yes.
So it is fast and loud. So that is good for animation. When it's slow and soft, it sounds more authentic, more real, more natural. And when it's fast but soft, you're talking like this, but it's like this. I went there. So it is like emotional, more emotional. So these are the things, how you can vary your voice. This is a model that is given by Ronnie Warden. And he says, for animation, you need fast and loud. When you want your voice to be authoritative and heard by everyone, it should be slow but loud. Slow and soft is more natural, and fast and soft is more emotional. Okay. Now, these are a few things that Brian Tracy, how many of you know Brian Tracy? Anyway, so what he has said is something about the voice. He is a speaker who talks about the voice a lot, how voice matters. So he says human voice is also like a muscle. So what happens? How do you make muscles? How many of you do exercise to make muscles? Can I see your raised hands? Can you show me your muscles? Okay, so same like when you exercise your body, you make muscles. Same way, when you exercise your voice, you make it stronger. with practice and use. Okay. So use it the way you want it to sound. If you want it to sound pleasant, use it more pleasantly. Practice in front of the mirror. Record your voice and see how you sound and try to make it better. When you speak more slowly, it has more authority. Okay, listeners can understand you better. So these are the ways to improve your voice. So pauses are very important, he says, Brian Tracy. It's not that you have to just keep talking. Pause is very important, but not very long pauses. They should be short and effective pauses. Now we come to how you say we have done. Okay, that's the voice. And now what do you say? Now, if you were to express your love for your mom in 10 words, how would you say? I want at least 2-3 of you to unmute yourselves and tell me.
Yeah, please participate. Yeah, please participate.
Mohammed Sohab,
Yes. Yes.
can you please express your love for your mom in 10 words?
Like, should I say adjectives or make
Yes.
a sentence?
Make a sentence like you are talking to your mom, or you are telling me that you love your mom. You are telling me why you love your mom. So in 10 words.
I love my mom because she takes care of me, and she loves me, and she also asks me if I need any help.
Right. So you said more than 10 words, but you expressed yourself very well. Who else will do that? Huda, Aisha?
Me, please.
Yes. Yes. Wakaruddin? Waksudin?
Wahasuddin.
Wakasuddin. Okay. Sorry for pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love my mom
Yeah.
because she always helps me
Yes.
and loves me.
Yes.
I told that in 14 words.
Yeah. So you said that in 13 words. So if I were to say, if somebody else wants to try, who else would like to try? Yes, Aisha?
I love my mom because she's caring, she's loving, she's kind, polite.
Yeah. Okay, good. So you use so many words. See, I love your mom. I love my mom because she is kind, she is polite. But see, you used she is 2-3 times. So what you say, kind, polite, caring, that is good. Those are the adjectives. Like earlier Muhammad Sahab also said, using adjectives. So all of you use adjectives for your mom, which is very good. But how to form a good sentence? You don't need to repeat she is. Okay. So that's the way you can reduce the words. So in least number of words, how to say it in the best way, that is what we were doing this exercise for. Okay. So you can use the adjectives, but you can reduce the number of words by using less of unrequired words. And how do you say it is again what we learn. Okay, so we'll practice this. Here you will understand how pauses and how pauses are important. Okay, somebody, what happened after green suddenly red came? It's not yet 15 minutes, Huda. I'll take some more time.
Yeah, Huda, please say. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody please try saying, I love these 3 things.
I love cooking, my family, and my dog.
Okay. Someone else? Someone else wants to try? Say, I love, and then these 3 things.
I love cooking. I love cooking, my family, and my dog.
Yeah. So if you had a very little pause between cooking and my family. So you love cooking your family?
No.
No. So that's what's the important of pause. Okay. I love cooking, my family, and my dog. Otherwise, if you don't have a pause, it'll sound like you love cooking your family and your dog. You love cooking them? No, nobody loves cooking their family and the dog, no? So that's the importance of pause. That's how you say it. Now, on page 28 of your workbooks, you all got the workbooks? Yeah? On page 28 of your workbook, they say this, how to say a simple and honest statement without any fun or sarcasm. I appreciate the kindness you have shown me, and I hope to return the favor when I can. And somebody says, kindness, do you call that kindness? I won't treat a stray dog the way you have treated me. So this shows anger, right? And then the third thing is, if we all show a little kindness, a little concern for others, needs as well as our own, it will make the word to be what it should be. So these are three ways of telling what is kindness. Which one do you like the best?
The third one.
The third one. Okay, great. Because it shows your emotions, right? So it's the same thing, but the way you say it matters, right? Okay, now we go to vocabulary. How do you build your vocabulary? How many of you know what is vocabulary? See, in the previous,
vocabulary.
yes,
Vocabulary, yes. Vocabulary is where we express things by words. I think so.
yes. See, in the previous example that we saw, three ways of saying. In the last one, they used emotions, but more words, right? They used more vocabulary. Like you all spoke about your mom, you use the adjectives, kind, polite, caring. So all those adjectives you used, that is all vocabulary. And how can you build your vocabulary? By reading more, by listening more, by writing more, by watching good English programs, and by talking to others, by conversing to others. That's how you build your vocabulary. Another way to build your vocabulary is by repetition. Repeat, 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 repeat. So there is this Lettner's box. What it means is it has 5 proficiency levels. You can make flashcards of words. Every day, write a few new words. That's what I always tell my students, to write new words on flashcards and then revise those. So suppose after 15 days, you have 15 new words. So you say all those 15 words, and the words that you could say easily, they go to the second place, right? And the words you could not say very well come to the first place. Next day, you again say all of them. And if the words that you keep saying, keep remembering every day, keep going back, because you don't need to practice them too much. So that's why they keep going back. And the words you do not remember, you keep bringing them in front. This is a way to build your vocabulary. So you repeat every day, you repeat talking about those words. And instead of one word only, use its synonyms when you are talking. Okay, now for cold, the weather is very cold. Instead of saying cold every time, you can say it's freezing, it's raw, it's chilly. Okay, so you can use these words instead of cold. For hot, you can say, oh, it's so hot today. I have heard most of the people say Kuwait is very hot. So you can also use words like Kuwait is boiling in July. Kuwait is so humid in August, right? You can use these words. Same way for smart. No, all kids are very smart these days. So instead of just saying smart, we can also use clever, bright, wise, brilliant. So these are the ways to improve your vocabulary. So thesaurus is a very good place. Thesaurus, you must have heard of thesaurus. There is one dictionary which tells you meanings, and thesaurus is the one that tells you synonyms. Now comes the most important thing that I want to tell you. We use very so often, right? It's cold. It's very cold. He's very nice. So instead of very, we can use other words that sound more pleasant. Very short. Instead of very short, what can we say? Brief. We can say brief. Instead of very smart, what can we say? Intelligent. So there is a full, if you Google it also, you will find what words to use instead of very. So this is a good way to improve your vocabulary. Now I end my presentation here today by showing you this quote from Maya Angelou. Words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. So on paper, what you see is just plain words. But when I talk with my voice, it gets the meaning. It gets a different meaning that I want to convey. That's how important voice is. So that's all from my side. Hope this has been a useful workshop for you. And all the best to you, children. I hope you will be using your voice more effectively in future. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.